Wednesday. People at school called me names again. I hate my school and all my friends and I wish they would go away. This way they would leave me alone. What if I'm the only creeper in Minecraft who can't blow up? What if I fart instead of blowing up? This is me! This is who I am. But I am already very sad and miserable. So people don't need to make life even more miserable for me. Don't they know creepers started as fart machines a long time ago? That's why we're green. Every single day in school is a nightmare. To be honest, out of school is the same thing, because I live around the same people. My parents don't help at all. They just try to make me blow up, but I can't. All I do is fart, and I have no idea how to change this. My little cousin already made his name known in the creeper community, even though he's dead now. He blew up when he met a human, and he was just 2 years old. My parents are very proud of him, even if sometimes they're sad. My parents are always sad and never proud. To make things worse, all my siblings have amazing blow-up potential, even if none of them actually exploded until now. But they can hiss really loud, and if they focus, you can hear a small explosion, which means their body is ready to blow up. All they need right now is a perfect moment to show off their explosion. My sister hunts every storm, trying to get herself charged, so she can make a bigger explosion when the time comes. Thursday. Another day at school. Surrounded by creepers who can put up a decent explosion, while all I can do is fart. I know that I'm supposed to learn how to hiss and then blow things up like all good creepers because we need to kill people, but I don't understand why I have to kill myself in the process. Our neighbor kills people all night long and he does it with his explosion. Parents say he can do this because he's a skeleton. And he has those long arms, which we don't. Speaking of which, if my parents would have taken this blow up thing to the next level, all my siblings and I wouldn't have been alive right now, because our parents would have been creeper dust. Once, I tried to ask our teacher, Miss Crunk, why can't we just hiss and move on without blowing up? But everyone laughed and mocked me. The only thing she said was that we need to practice a lot if we want to become decent creepers. Problem is, the more I try, the worse I am at this thing. I remember the day when I found out I can't explode. It was the second week of school, and we were given the instructions on how to hiss, and we were supposed to expand our stomachs as big as we can so we could eventually blow up. Everyone in the class did it, but then it was my turn. I walked in front of the class, smiling, I hissed, and then tried to focus on pushing my stomach out when I heard this loud noise. I farted really, really loud. It sounded like fireworks. Everyone laughed, but the teacher said these things happen, so I tried again. Same result. I farted twice in front of the whole class. Sad face. The teacher was really nice about it, and she said I'd be able to blow up at some point, but I just need to have more patience and practice. After 2 months of non-stop farting, I was the joke of the entire school, and my parents were asked to come to school to talk to the teachers. The teacher told them I am moist, and I won't be able to blow myself up. Like, never. My parents were sad, but they tried to find a cure for me. Nothing helps. I am still the creeper who farts. Most of the time it happens when I try to blow up, but it also happens when I get nervous. Today, for example, this creeper girl I like a lot was playing far away from the school when a human came to her and was pushing her around. She was scared, so she just froze there, and I went to her as soon as I could. I tried to stand up for her, but I was nervous, so I farted, and the human started to laugh at me. Really loud laugh. almost as loud as my fart, like he heard a great joke. The girl punched me because my fart smelled really bad. She thought I farted on purpose, so then she ran away. I just stood there while she ran away and the human laughed at me. I felt like such a loser! After a few minutes, I found the strength to go back to my class, leaving the human alone. He was still rolling on the ground laughing. So embarrassing! Since that happened, everyone called me names like Stink Bomb, Gas Ball, or Fart Knocker, because the only thing I can do is fart instead of blow up. Friday. Today we learned more about cats and our teacher told us we should be afraid of them. I don't get it. Why do we need to be afraid of them? I think they're creepy, but I want a specific reason. It's like being afraid of the dark. I used to be afraid of the dark until I realized there was nothing in there to be afraid of. So I went on with my life. Same is the case with cats. I asked the teacher what harm a cat can do to a creeper, and her only response was that we don't know. But all creepers have been afraid of cats since the beginning of time. I wish I could see a cat. It doesn't matter if it kills me. I just want to get rid of my fart knocker and stink bomb nickname. But I want to know how a cat can harm me. They don't have weapons or armor or anything like that, like humans do. So why are cats dangerous? I don't think they are. After school, I went to the library, trying to find out more about cats. All the books I read talk about how we're supposed to react when we see a cat. Basically run away. But none of them say why we need to be afraid of cats. Saturday. All the other creepers got together today to hang out. Except me, of course. They say Stink Bomb isn't supposed to hang out with the real creeper kids. Sometimes creepers get together to find people to scare. Other creepers cut school and do it during the day sometimes too. Sunday. My teacher called my parents and asked them to let me hang out with the other creepers. Apparently our parents know we go out at day and roam the village and the mines looking for someone to scare. It's always they and never we, because I never join them. I did go with them once and it was a mess. The group didn't know I was there. I stayed quiet because I didn't want them to see me and start making fun of me like they usually do. I just wanted to see how this hangout thing works, so I was following. We got to the local village where humans and villagers usually mind their own businesses. There are also 2 mines in the area, so plenty of human material to scared. I stayed close to the group. They were putting together some sort of plan. In a couple of minutes, 2 of the guys were on top of a house, while everyone else was on the ground. I could see where this was going. I wanted to watch, so I tried to get closer to them to have a better view. Suddenly, a villager showed up right in front of my face. I was shocked and scared, and I ripped multiple farts. They were so loud, fire came out of my butt. Everyone saw what happened and they laughed so hard that one of them almost blew up. No more sneaking around for me. Now I am supposed to join the group for the next hangout, which is scheduled next week. Yuck! The thought of spending time with those guys makes me fart. Yes, I am standing here farting instead of blowing up. Not even a small explosion. Nothing! Monday. Today we have my favorite class. Soccer! I am the king of soccer! No one could beat me at this game, even if they can beat me at everything else, especially blowing up. On the soccer field, I can hit the ball like no other creeper, and this is why all the other boys in the class want me on their team. The girls like watching me play soccer too, including Addison. She stands in the front row and watches every move I make. Sometimes I think she likes me. When the soccer class was over and we all went to the mobbing class, a horrific stench surrounded us. Everyone thought it was me again. The teacher decided to send me outside so I wouldn't disturb the class. It was fine. I needed a break anyway. When I went outside, I ran into Spike. Spike is a zombie. The bad smelling type of zombie. When Spike is in the area, you can smell him from about 6 blocks away. The poor guy is probably one of the most generous and warm-hearted zombies that has ever spawned in Minecraft. I once saw him help a skeleton gather his severed limbs, which is not something any random zombie would do. Most of them, if none at all, except Spike, just roam around the villages and attack humans as well as villagers, but not Spike. We said hi to each other and then minded our own businesses around the school. I realized we were just in front of my class, so the smell wasn't from my farts, but from Spike. Tuesday. Okay, now I am really mad at the creepers. Today I was eating my lunch in the cafeteria while a group of young creepers were sitting in a group listening to one of them telling stories. I was eating my food and listening to what they were saying since I was right next to them. Suddenly, someone farted. Not me, I swear. Not me. The entire group turned around and looked at me. Someone said, "Stink Bomb did it!" Another creeper who was eating next to me a couple of tables to the right jumped on the table and started to sing, "Beans, beans, good for the butt, the more you eat, the more you fart." This started a food fight, and soon everyone was singing this stupid song, jumping around and throwing food at me. I got really pissed off and started to hiss uncontrollably. Then I ripped a really powerful fart, so powerful I lifted 3 feet off the ground. It was like a small explosion, which gave me some hope, to be honest, and definitely the longest, loudest fart I've ever produced in my short life. This scared everyone, so it ended the food fight. I didn't know what to do, so I just ran away from school and walked around the neighborhood until it was time to go home. I will never go back to school.